Alright, good morning, guys. So, my friend, they have the gas company coming over to the house they're selling, and the gas company said they might be there as early as 8. And of course, she's saying, oh, I can't get all the way up to there at 8 o'clock in the morning.
Feet, turn right onto American Drive.
So I guess, I know I'm on the way to the house now in case they show up at 8 o'clock.
Now turn right onto American Drive.
And no, I haven't put FSD on just yet. I'm being impatient. What? Yes, you're right. Click FSD on.
In 500 feet, turn right onto Boggy Ford Road.
And it seems like I've had like 3 or 4 bucks come through my yard this morning already.
Now turn right onto Boggy Ford Road.
I guess they travel in groups, maybe? I'm surprised by that, but go. And he listened. He went. Okay, cool. Awesome. Anyway, I don't know. I know that sometimes the bigger bucks, I don't know how you describe it. I mean, ones with the big racks on their heads. They'll tolerate having juvenile males with them who have just pointy horns. But I'm guessing that the younger ones are kind of hanging around watching how it works. I don't know. I'm just kind of guessing that's what's going on. So I'm having a little bit of surging going on here. Oh, that's interesting. Has somebody else there today? Oh, that's why it's so warm. Okay. Outside temperature, the car said 62. I thought it was cooler than that, but okay. I mean, it's right in the in-between temperature where it feels chilly enough that you might want to wear a jacket, but at the same time, who cares, because it's going to be warmer later. So don't bring a jacket. Alright, it's right in the in-between. At least from a Central Texas perspective. And yes, when I was up there in Montana and Wyoming, it felt so comfortable. It was great. And I think some of those, well, when it was below 50, yes, I definitely wore a jacket. A windbreaker. Yeah, without the air conditioning, it's too warm in the car. With the auto AC on, it's blowing heat. So what I've done in the past is I'll just set the temperature down. What is that? So much trash. So they had a bunch of boxes stacked up on top of the recycle bin that looked like it was adult height. Adult human. Like, what? Alright, whatever. Peace and harmony. We're off to it being a beautiful day. Although, having a little rainfall would be nice. And my yard is just turning into sand. There's grass there, yes, but it's not very strong. Another lazy curve. Come on. And it looks like I'll get to the rent house just before 8. Although
In 1,000 feet, turn left onto Romans Ford Road.
we go by a couple of active schools. We go by a couple of schools. So that may slow us down slightly. Would Lago Vista might
Now turn
have the
left
lights
onto
on?
Romans Ford Road.
I don't know. But it's also not too long a school zone. People come to Texas from all over the place, don't they? The car in front of me is from Arizona. Somebody hit that sign? What? Nope, that school zone's not active. Okay, good. And the school buses are on their way out. I'm surprised they're all leaving at the same time, more or less. I mean, when I was there, the bus to Point Venture left pretty early. But that's all the way down at the end of Lemon Ford. And one guy who basically served Central Lago Vista, he'd come in, compared to the rest of us, come in late. Actually, the guy I'm thinking of, he also did Lakeside. So he didn't come in all that late. But anyway, whatever. The main point being is I'm surprised to see 3 buses, and there was a 4th one that was just a little bit earlier. They're all leaving at about the same time. And that first one, maybe he hit the traffic light just right, and the other 3 had to wait at the traffic light. I don't know. It's kind of weird. Ah, rush hour! And yes, you're right. I don't mind this rush hour so much. The old Bluebird. It looks like it's going to be red. Okay, it took a while for you to figure that out. Or respond anyway. Yes, it feels like I should have left like 10 minutes earlier. Oh, navigation says they'll be there just in time. Well, just in time by Ray standards. Right, I'm one of those guys, I like arriving early. If you're one of those people who plans a party or event, whatever, where you expect people to arrive 15 minutes late, no, I'm not one of those guys. Yes, in some respects, I'm just like my father. Come on. Stay in the lane. No, what? Yes, you're right. Oh, so, in the category of you should always be aware of what you're saying in front of your children. Big Turkey's grandma was driving a car in FSD. Big Turkey's sitting there saying, "Where's the green dot? Where's the green dot?" So I pointed out to her and said, "Oh, I see it." So she's excited about seeing the green dot. I mean, I don't know. That's just funny. I mean, kids are so aware of technology. Here comes Mr. Camry. Get out of the way. It's a Toyota Camry. Oh! He's going to turn left? Really? I thought sure he was going to come all the way to the right. That's a motorcycle there, dude. Creep up, creep up. Oh, they got the green light over there. So you can go. And he went. Wow, he's going to the inside lane right away. Okay. Get out of the way, I'm the fastest car on the road. Let's turn air conditioning at 67. It's still maybe too warm. And we're in a 55 zone in the inside lane, and he's doing, well, he was doing 51. He knew he was being called out. Come on, dude. I got what looks like a Mazda, maybe. It's coming up behind me. Yes, my windshield's just a little bit fogged up. We just hit the 45 zone. Yes, that's a Mazda. But the Mazda's going, no, I need to be in the inside lane too. Well, you're slowing yourself down. Unless, of course, you agree it's 45. just amazing. The people who come up and go like, well, no, I need to be in the inside lane. Wow, okay. And there's a van in the outside lane going, I go fast! Yeah. Well, Mr. Mazda, if your point was that you're going fast, you should have pulled around and went. We got a guy who kind of... Oh, that's a backhoe. See, it's just... Whoa. FSD didn't even blink an eye on that one. Now the guy stepped forward, then stepped back. But the way he stepped forward was like, no, I'm in charge here, I'm going to go. But he didn't have a flag or anything indicating I should stop. Right, that's why I usually go with is if they're holding the flag, then you have to be aware of them as a flagger. Oh, my guess is he's leading the backhoe across the street. Well, it seems like a dumb time to be going across the street. The highway. Okay, right turn signal on. Will you respect it? Wow, okay. That is indeed better on 12.5.4.1. Okay. The guy in the van is going, I'm fast. Well, you're not going fast. He's finally coming up. Oh, it's Spectrum. There you go, Spectrum. You got your name called out in my video, but you got called out for speeding. Being a dangerous society. Utah. And we're down to 43. Come on. Although it does appear that he doesn't like those flashing yellows there for the emergency vehicles may be entering the road. Wicked good night. What? He only deserves 2 American flags? Sorry. Okay, we're in a 50 zone and we're going 45. Why are we going 45 here? Oh, the other hand, the school bus in front of us is going to turn right. And we're finally up to 49, okay. And we're going to go left. Whoa! You might need to get over just a little bit faster. You know, let's not run to the back of a bus. It seems like they've lengthened the recording time. Alright, so anyway, we're coming out of the school bus. Now the school bus had his right turn signal on. The FSD properly wanted to move over. He just wasn't moving over quickly enough for somebody who's about to turn right. Now as we went by, the school bus turned off his right turn signal. I don't know what happened. Maybe it's a sub driver. I don't know. Yes, I remember being a substitute driver. Oh man. They throw a bunch of papers at you describing what the route is and you have to figure it out. I mean, the guy who normally drives the route, he knows how the route works, so it's hard to document the nuances of what you're doing. And the sub driver, I mean, he has to know how to absorb all that and adjust to it. But you can go back to the route person and say, well, it should say this, it should say that. Then later you find out that there's something in there that you missed. Here we are doing 44 and a 55 zone. Why? Well, I'm afraid I might catch up to that dump truck eventually. We've just got around them. Of course, if you're just doing 45, it's not going to work. Nope. Okay. Foot on the accelerator. Let's get it up the hill. Yeah, kind of like that. Although you didn't have to get over already. So it looks like in chill mode he's more aggressive than average. You're gonna go right? Really? Seriously? You do know where we're going, right? I don't know. Oh my goodness. What did I get on my windshield? Oh, whatever it was, it's just not coming all the way off. Wondering when you're gonna wake up, but still, that's a reasonable amount of time. We're 0.4 miles out. That's why I should have brought Windex with me. Must be empty, huh? Well, this thing is forward. Dust cover. 7:57, you still at the same time, huh? Good. Moving the steering wheel, what? Green light, 1, 2, 3, go.
Now turn left onto West New Hope Drive.
Where are you turning to? You have any clue? It's like he saw that little breakdown lane there and he's going to turn into it. I don't know. I mean, the next turn's to the left. Academy has those fold-up jackets. So I have, I think it's actually in this car. Maybe it's the other one, I don't know. Anyway, if you've seen them, it's the jackets that fold up into a pouch. And so I have one thrown in my front. So when I really need a jacket, it's there. Of course, the intent is if I'm having to do something on under the car or on the car, at least I don't have to get all dirty. What are these guys doing? Survey crew?
In 1,000 feet, turn left onto North Lakeline Boulevard.
Okie dokie. Still sticking with 7:57. Wow, that's close. Okay, the measurement
Now
wasn't.
turn left onto North Lakeline Boulevard.
And yes, I probably would have gone through it, but it still felt a little close. I'm guessing you went through a red light there. The flashing yellow wouldn't be on if the other guys had a green light. Or guys coming down from the north. Or southbound. Okay. Just no space. I'm not that desperate. Although we're now down 7:58 arrival. Just enough cars you can't really go. But we'll get a green arrow. There it is. Just one thing. Wait, that truck's stopping. What's going on? And he stopped him because he was getting a red light. And it's an active school zone. You think he's going to obey it? Not a chance. That was an active school zone that went down to 30 miles an hour. Alright, so for those of you wondering, in 12.5.4.1, no, it doesn't do anything about active school zones. FSD back on. There'll be another one up here somewhere, I think. Of course, now, well, I'm scared. I don't want to go fast. Well, you're still going faster in that active school zone. Well, that light's not blinking. Oh, there's somebody out there doing school zone crosswalks. Oh, she's just going to cross the street. Well, there's somebody on a bicycle. You know, it's amazing we didn't have to have crossing guards. Well, around the schools we had kids who wore vests. Right, so your job was to look out for the younger kids. But I mean, well, I had a mix, right? Sometimes rode the school bus, sometimes rode my bicycle. But when it was up to me, I rode my bicycle. Okay, yes, I'm the oldest kid. I was the oldest kid. Well, all my siblings are gone, but I got the duty once they put the once they got me to get a driver's license. It was my job to take my next youngest brother to school so he could make band. And the reward was I got to drive the car, but driving the car meant I had duties I had to take care of. Whoa, okay. We're going to pass this mile wide. Get out of the way. Now, the school zone wasn't active, so that's fine. Speed limit's 45. We're going back to Plano Lane, okay. It's interesting, in this car he wants to do it different. Boom, 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 boom. Of course, it would be nice if we got over to the right lane instead of following this car. This Kia Soul. It's an eco something. Oh, the Model Y turned off somewhere. Now, because you're so in love with the inside lane, when it comes time to turn right, you're going to be blocked out. Right? That's what the GMC's doing. Well, if you get lucky, he might actually pass you. Well, I don't think he has on his agenda. So you're going to have to slow down.
In 1,000 feet, turn right onto Plano Lane.
Turn on right turn signal, but okay, he slowed down ever so slightly. Okay. He worked it out.
Now turn right onto Plano Lane.
Ah, too much sun. Okay, so this should lead us to the front of the house. Let's see if he figures out how to park there. I mean, 12.3.6 can do it. That was a GMC Yukon XL.
In 500 feet, turn right onto Stinnett Lane.
Oh, but I love picking on GM.
Now turn right onto Stinnett Lane.
GM is one of those companies where the union owns a significant share of stock,
Now turn left onto
and yet
Hamilton's
they're
Way.
striking basically to drive GM out of business. I mean, if you were to ask them, they wouldn't say that's their point, but what other point could they possibly have? That's cool.
Now your destination is on the right.
Okay, so he's signaling. He's thinking about pulling over here. Can you think about it? Can you park? All right, let's pull down here to the lamp post.
Now turn left onto Hamilton's Way.
Oh, and end that trip. End that trip. No, leave me alone. Okay, where are we? Trips. Okay, 19 miles, 42 minutes, 229 watt hours per mile. And yes, we're almost exactly on target with the time. We burned 4 kilowatt hours. All right. FSD wise, I mean, nothing really bad. I mean, there were some places where he was going 5 miles under the speed limit, or even 10 at some points. He was pretty aggressively like, I have to be in the inside lane. So that's in there. Let's see. So that's going back to autopilot. We are in chill as opposed to average. I don't know. But I never felt so uncomfortable with it. I put it down to minimal lane change. Right. So, and of course, this is off. That's the auto max. I can't stand auto max. Okay. It's just too scary. Sentry mode is off at home, otherwise it's on. Do not exceed 100 miles per hour. Okay, whatever. Peace and harmony. There you go. Gosh, what does that mean? That means like a B. And so the coming down Plano is new with FSD 12.5.4.1, right? And Grandpa with 12.3.6, it would come in through Sunny or whatever that is. But okay. And as far as parking here, well, there's no car to stop you. I mean, there's a car up there, but if there was a car right here at this lamppost, he would have pulled in behind it and parked. Okay, but there you go. Yes, I guess it is a B. It's actually a pretty strong B. Okay, there you go. Onward, upward, charge. Hey, good afternoon, guys. So we just took a little break to go to have lunch at a Subway. So you might argue that you missed 2 miles. I'm not sure that's going to be critical to you guys. Oh my goodness gracious, great balls of fire. So I will tell you that we drove by, we're in Williamson County right now, and I live in Travis County, but there was a voting place, early voting, and people were parked all over the place. So I was like, wow, look at all this. Okay, whatever. Green light's on. So yes, I was thinking about early voting today, but I always hadn't thought that going on the first day early voting, because everybody wants to get their vote in, right? At least the people who really want to get it done, get it over with, they want to vote on the first day. Let's see, right now it's 104. Yeah, let's do that. So I looked it up last night, and they said early voting was at this church. Whoa, 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 oh my goodness. What is she doing? Just avoiding that Nissan. Oh my goodness. She was just going to go where she was going. She didn't care who was coming at her. Okay, whatever. Peace and harmony. Yes, I'm sure if FSD had the chance, FSD would have braked for her. Oh, he had his left turn signal on to go left. Okay. Yes, we're in California Road Rager mode right now. Oops, cover got stuck. Yeah, that lady is like, that's one of the things you're going, yeah, everything's fine, and you look up and, oh, holy cow. So anyway, what I was saying before I had to pull emergency brake operations is that when we get to Lago Vista, I'll do a brake on FSD off, drive up to that church. What? I don't know. Can you find it? He doesn't seem to be too happy with what I'm typing in. Alright, so we'll stick with that. I think it's despicable, I can never say that word. Episcopalian Church, I think. Maybe it's Lutheran, I don't remember for sure. But it's easy enough when we get close to Loman Ford. Instead of turning left, we just go straight. Now, some of you might argue, well, there's going to be curves. Yes, there's going to be curves. But we're going to stay on 1431 to get to that church. So, it's not complicated. So anyway, that's what my plan is at the moment. Maybe everybody will be done with their voting by the time I get there. I need brakes on. Thank you. Daytona. So over at my friend's rent house, the gas company, it's Utmost Energy. Their window was up to 12 o'clock, and they came after 12 o'clock. But whatever. So they came in, made sure it had gas to the stove, and it turns out one of the burners isn't lighting up correctly. So that's something to look at. And they made sure that the water heater is running. So it's all good. We're going to go right? Why would we go right here? Yeah, really. See, now everybody behind me's mad because you said you're going to Memorial Park or Veterans Park, whatever it is, and then you went straight. So you lied. And here comes the F-150. He's going to make sure that you don't take it back. Oh, you had a green arrow. You could have went for the green arrow. Oh. What do you say we wait for the traffic to go by before we go on the road? Just an idea. Oh, an auto steer is offline. Just great. Of course, he's not between the prescribed lines, so he's mad. Hello? There he is. So for some reason, the autopilot wheel just took a while to show up. I don't know why. We're between two lines. Now he's mad because I hit the brakes before he rolled into a street with cars coming by at 55 miles an hour. You know, who do you think's safer, the human driver or FSD? FSD was ready to run into a bunch of traffic. Oh, what are you doing? It's another Subaru. Think so? You think you'll be able to go by him? Oh, yes, I can do it faster. It's a Forester. What is a Forester? Legacy that's jacked up a little bit? Come on. You actually have turned it on, haven't you? And he's going to move over to the right. Wow, that's amazing. That's what you're supposed to do. Oh. So he braked a little bit right there in the middle of the valley. So he's doing the surge. Speed up a little bit, slow down a little bit, speed up a little bit, slow down a little bit. Ah, makes me crazy. Okay, so I guess Mr. Sierra just wanted to make sure he got in front of me. What is that, SLE? Sierra SLE from GMC. Of course, I had that feeling about him as soon as I saw him. Oh, I'm going really fast. I'm going to get right in you. Oh, I forgot what it means go fast. Yeah. That's okay. I love making the professional grade guys look like they're lacking little professional grade. Let's face it, GMC is about trucks. I mean, it's supposed to be. They do have those SUVs, but well, SUV is like a small truck. Yeah. Oh, he's going to turn right. So you had to cut me off to go right? Okie dokie then. So we're doing 47 in the 50 zone. Makes you wonder what he's going to do in the 45 zone. Yeehaw. Halloween, October 26th. Okie dokie. Lots of Ford in it. Oh, we're also gaining on this Infinity. It's in the inside lane. Now Ford looks like he's been well used on the passenger side. Kind of makes you wonder, we're going to have to brake and speed up the hill? Oh, I finally found the gas pedal. This Nissan wants to make sure we have to wait too. Well, let's not run into the barricade. What do you think of that? Nissan Pathfinder. Oh, it's going to be total trip. Okay. Oh, what'd you say the time was? 15 minutes. So it's still about an hour, right? section has increased fines. These guys are going faster than they came through Jonestown. What? That doesn't make sense. Alright, so anyway. C'est la vie, right? So the other thing that popped in my head earlier this morning, I was going right. Excellent. So it's a Yukon XL is the comparison vehicle. And I'm sitting there like, why do you need a Yukon XL? Okay, so strictly from a passenger perspective, you have a bunch of kids. Maybe once a week you take the soccer or part of the soccer team someplace. Okay, so it has 8 or up to 9 seats. So what finally occurred to me is like, oh well, Tesla's talking, Mr. Musk actually. Mr. Musk is talking about having robotaxi here in Texas. What are we doing up ahead? The people in the inside lane stopped for some reason. Oh, we must have an accident. Somebody decided to get in a wreck probably. Just great. That obviously is not FSD's fault. The car in front of me has the hazards on. But it would appear they're not part of the incident. Okay, whatever. So what I was saying was, if they create the robo-taxi, one of the concepts they mentioned was, maybe you might do it just for family. So basically you set it up so it runs like robo-taxi, but you wouldn't be charging your family for the rides, right? So you just use the network as a free taxi ride, I guess. I don't know. So you can get 2 used Model 3s, put them in this robo-taxi thing, and so assuming that your job is to transport 4 people or 8 people, and even that doesn't quite add it, but let's just say it was 8 people, so 4 people per Model 3, you're covered. And then you don't have to be driving around in this big gas burning truck. Now, there are those people who pull boat trailers around, stuff like that. That's why they have that big truck. So it won't satisfy that, but I go with the assumption that every once in a while you got to transport 8 people. So we'll just go with that, see how it works out. That's interesting. Some people, I guess, are moving to the right. No, for some reason we're cleared up. Possibly, no, not really. We have to go left. Okay, we have to go left. Oh, I see the police car way down the street. Now I'm guessing these people don't want to let me in. Okay, fine. Let me move it. There's room to move up. Oh, it looks like he's just over the line on top of the hill up there. That's not good. But maybe he's just pushing over a little bit. I don't know. It looks like sometimes people move up and then they stop. Or on the other hand, you can turn on Destination Way, right? Maybe that's why some people turn Destination Way. Which means I'm not going to be running FSD while I'm doing that. It's a lot better than sitting here in traffic all day. Oh wait, the cop just moved. What? Are you opening the road back up? Yes. At least partially he's opened the road up. One hopes. Cross your fingers. Knock on wood. But so you switch from the red and blue flashers to the yellow light going to the left. And then there's a bunch of people, there's some people here going like, oh, well, that cop's not stopping me. Well, you can't go through them, right? People are moving up ahead. I don't know, that's bizarre. But welcome to 1431. If somebody has an accident, they block out the whole road. Not always, but it sure seems like it. I guess whoever's driving the Equinox must be in a rush to get somewhere. You know, the rest of us, we like sitting in traffic. But you know, there's always people like that. Just live with it. Okay, well, it does look like they at least opened up the road. I was going to hope it happens sooner or later. So let's drive through and see if we can see something. We're going to trade paint. Yeah. Dude, you're the one driving like an idiot. But what'd you expect? It's a Subaru. It's an Outback. Right? Policia. Dial 911. So I don't have cones here or anything. And you have to assume that something's in the right lane, because that's the lane he's blocking. But it looks wide open. Should I put my hand out the window and wave? What's wrong with you, dude? Okay, so whatever they were doing, it's partially cleaned up. So I see the wrecker. Somebody, a Ford F-150, I guess it is, decided to try wrecking into something. What, you hit the light pole? I don't see glass anywhere. Oh, is it a Chevy? It's a Chevy, I'm sorry. Whatever. Peace with it, be with you. Oh wow, people are parked under the trees? That's the no, it's not the admin building. What? Do they still have middle school in the middle school? Not middle school, intermediate. Basically 5th graders. people aren't going where I'm going. Michael McCall. Oh my goodness. Is it that busy? Do they have parking? Yeah, people are parking in the grass. Yeah, I'm staying over here because I'm not sure I can trust you. You're driving Lexus. All right. Yeah, they're standing over here. All right. So that answers that question for today. Oh. Bing bing. Yes, I'm off road. Tight space. All right. Consistent with what I said. You know, if it's too long a line, I'm not going to vote today. Let's make it that easy. Navigate home, please. Home, James. So I can get out of the driver's seat so it didn't reset the numbers. The Zome Ford is 1.8 miles, well 1.7 now. What? I guess you twisted the steering wheel when I didn't expect it. So one of the views of not having your hands on the wheel is you don't get those interruptions. And early on in FSD 12, whatever, it would do that. It would do the weave with the steering wheel, and if I was holding on too tight, it'd interrupt. However, in this case, it was, I don't know why he was twisting the wheel, because we're more or less going straight. I don't know, we're in a slight curve at the moment, so it wasn't really a reason to be moving the steering wheel. But fine, okay. I am slowly adjusting to the idea of keeping my hands off the wheel. Super Ascent is going kind of slow. I'm assuming FSD just wants to follow the car. Fine, whatever. Oh, I said I was going to go over there, wasn't I? Okay, whatever. We'll figure it out. So what I have in the back of my mind is, if I start up a robo-taxi business, then at some point I'll want to have an office space. Well, the truck's up on the flatbed with the rollback. Even the motorcycle guy's busy staring, knowing that it's dangerous for him to be staring. See, gas here, what? That's 389 over there. And 269? Yes, 2699. Okay. Which lane you gonna pick? To go in the inside lane. Okay, that's good. Oh, I asked him. He changed his mind. He's going the outside lane. Just brilliant. Alright, so I'm not doing a formal survey, but in the general area that I drive, it looks like it's a 50-50 of signs for presidential candidates. Did we already pass Phoenix Auto? Looks like it. FSD might figure it out someday. It doesn't matter what the human driver sets the max speed to. He's finally changing. FSD is going to go speed he wants, at least some of the time. Oh, I've had, I think it's Jaguar behind me who's getting a little bit close. So that might give FSD some push to go faster. Alright, so the truck that was in inside, well, the truck's still in the inside lane, but he's kind of backed off a little bit, or more appropriately, I sped up. Let's push the car into the inside lane using turn signal and see if he'll stay in the inside lane. No, he won't. Signal ahead. Right turn, right lane must turn right. Right lane must turn right. What part of this do you not understand? Well, you're in the right turn must turn right lane, so why don't we just turn right? I get you like doing this detour stuff. So let's do your detour.
Now turn left onto Civic Drive.
Okay. Nice of you to show up and offer some navigation assistance. Is there any way you can talk to FSD about his behavior? No, I don't handle that.
Now turn right onto Lumens Ford Road.
Yes, and you were on Lumen Ford just a few seconds ago. You were even in the proper lane to go straight. Boy, Ray, you're such a whiny crybaby. Oh, yeah. Pretend it went to 50.
In 1 mile, turn right onto Lumens Ford Road.
Yeah, I'm not sure I have time for FSD to figure out what speed's appropriate for 50-mile-per-hour speed zone. Come on, man. Oh, once puts the accelerator, this time he's actually like, oh, you meant to go 50. Yes, I meant to go 50. And now he's slowing down because we're going around a curve? Is that the problem? I scared the road. Oh, I'm back too early, aren't I?
Now turn right onto Boggy Board Road.
Ugh. No, it's braking appropriately for the red light. What's going on over here? Huh, I don't know. It might be a 35 zone. Maybe, possibly. Take a chance. Oh, somebody grabbed a hold of their box there.
In 1,000 feet, bear right to stay on Boggy Board Road.
Which way are you going?
Now bear right to stay on Boggy Board Road.
Nope, I'm not turning on Lindbergh Lane today either. They just love that. Otherwise, they would fix it. Now, there have been times when we haven't signaled. Oh my goodness. Oh, look out. We're on the road. I mean, were we about to run off the road? Were we about to run into the car going by in the other lane? I don't know. And this part of the drive feels like it's a C. Was it horrible? No. Is it good? No. Have you ever done those surveys where they actually from a service perspective, they tell you, well, they expect us to be excellent. If you're the only place I come to for service, and you give the same service every time, how am I supposed to say it's excellent? It's average. That's the thing, right? Well, compare it to like your Ford dealership. I don't have a Ford. Compare it to like your Toyota dealership. Oh, okay. Compared to the Toyota dealership experience I had 10 years ago, you're doing great. Well, I don't know what Toyota's doing now. So how am I supposed to make a judgment on that? And yeah, this is Volkswagen. No, they also had bagels, donuts. They had one of those K-cup, whatever they call those coffee maker things. It's all good stuff. But a grade's based upon a scale compared to others. And if the only person I can compare you to is yourself, you're average. Anyway, peace and harmony. Oh, it's another one! Oh, look out! It's an Infinity! So the trash man has been in the neighborhood. Oh, that ran down this driveway. Okay. Huh.
In 1,000 feet, turn left onto American Drive. into American Drive.
How I get in? I was talking about the grade for today's drive. Yes, there are some places where I interrupt, and I didn't put FSD back
In
on.
500 feet, turn left onto Santa Rosa Avenue.
Why is this backwards?
Now turn left onto Santa
Turn
Rosa
left.
Avenue.
Let's see if you can handle going left. Oh, I'm not sure how to make a left turn. Oh, to be fair, and I've said it before, for some reason, the city painted the yellow lines up too far. And so he's trying to stay on the appropriate side of those double yellows. Or whatever they're marked, separating the lanes by. And this is the part where it always throws them off.
In 500 feet,
As far as
your
parking in the driveway.
destination will be on the left. Now
Yes,
your
yes.
destination is on the left.
Okay. Oh, hey, let's give him credit for at least trying to make it into the driveway. And if they had enabled the reverse, he would have backed out of it and realigned, I assume. Okay. Trips. 22 miles, 43 minutes, 215 watt-hours per mile. Total trip distance today is 43 miles, and we use 10 kilowatt hours, which means $1.10. Okay, for those of you comparing energy, it's 223 watt hours per mile overall, or just over 4 miles per kilowatt hour. Okay, there you go. FSD wise, I mean, like I said, the grade's like a C. Nothing really horrible, nothing really good. There's a few places where he was just going plain slow. But you know, in the construction zones, he was consistently moving to the right. Is that fair? Maybe not all the way. Coming back, he definitely is moving into the right with FSD 12.5.4.1, or this car. So there you go. Not great, but not horrible. In some ways, people would say that's good for FSD, but I have higher expectations. Right? It's supposed to be X number of times better than the human driver. And if it's the human driver who's always reacting to the emergencies, then FSD is not fulfilling his job, at least in the form of 12.5.4.1. So many numbers to say in a row. Okay, anyway, on road per charge. Today's special treat will be a GMC Yukon XL. What is it, Chevy? I don't remember which one it is. I don't really care. Anyway, on road per charge. Okay. Sorry, the camera's throwing me off just a little bit there. Alright, so today's trip was 43 miles, used 10 kilowatt hours. That means the energy cost was $1.10. And we used on average 223 watt hours per mile. So it works out, we used the cost equivalent of 0.4 gallons. So what we're comparing to today is a 2024 GMC Yukon XL. Average combined MPG is 16 miles per gallon. So for the cost of energy, they can go 6.5 miles. If I remember right, they're not even making it from my house to Sefco up there on Loman and 1431. Okay? Can't even make it in Cedar Park. The range, let's say I had no choice. I bought the Yukon XL. I have to make it work. Okay, 2.7 gallons. 2.7. Cost you $7.02. If I were to take that $7.02 and work it the other way, it'd give me 63.8 kilowatt hours, or about 255 miles. Okay, just let that sink in a little bit. 255 miles compared to 43. Or actually, yes, it is 43. So for $7.02, you can cover 43 miles, or you could just admit that Tesla's good and go 255 miles. All right. What's the good news on a Yukon? Actually, there's several things that are good news, but here's one of them. You have, what did I do it? 28 gallons. Your tank is 28 gallons. Okay, there's a bad side to that. Yes, there is. It costs $72.80 to fill it up from empty to full. But you can go 480 miles on that full tank. That's cool, awesome, right? You can go 480 miles. Okay. How much does it cost? $72.80. Turn that around. I get $72.80 worth of electricity. That works out to be about 661.8 kilowatt hours, which translates to 2,444 miles. Did you catch that? Congratulations, you bought a full tank of gas. You can go 480 miles. And yes, I can't make 2,644 miles in one fill up, so to speak, but the total range I can cover is 2,644. Wait a minute, I don't know quite how far that is. That gets me to Boston. And part of the way back. From here, Lago Vista. From Lago Vista up to Boston, Massachusetts, and that's called upstate New York, coming back. No, it should be more. It should be much better than that, right? It should be almost 1,000 miles. So it'll give me 1 day out of 3 coming back. Okay, whatever. The point is, you're spending so much money. Why? Why are you... Okay, so the GMC Yukon XL, combined mileage 16, tank 28 miles. The weight, 6,000 pounds. My Model Y, 4,100. What I didn't go back and figure out was if you go 12,000 miles, how much gas tax did you pay? It can't be that much. I'm paying the equivalent of $200 gas tax per registration year. Okay, range 480 miles. Your crash test rating. I'm looking at this and I'm really confused. But I'm sure some of you have an answer to this. You get 4 stars. All right, so I looked at a car just recently. They got 5 stars, and it didn't sound all that good. You only get 4 stars. But you look at the details, they only tested the latch. The latch is for the child seats. That's all they tested. I don't know. What? It doesn't make sense. All right, so what about the price? Well, it looks like you're starting somewhere around 62,000. Compare that to 44,000 before tax rebate for a Model Y. Yeah. Okay. Here's the good news of your Yukon. I'm not sure how often this person uses it, but you can have 8 passengers. You can even have up to 9 passengers if you put a bench seat in the middle. I guess that means you have a bench seat in the 3rd row and in the 2nd row. But how many of y'all carry around 8 passengers all the time? I don't know. That's the one reason why I could see where you might want to have this truck. Okay? And yes, in a separate video I'll discuss that part of it. Okay, anyway, there you go. I mean, if you're a truck person, yeah, you win. You go. The other possibility is you might be wanting to pull a boat with this vehicle, but how often do you pull a boat? And how big is this boat? I mean, my Model Y can handle what, 3,500 pounds on the trailer hitch? I don't know. Anyway, there you go. As always, I'm kind of laughing at you, girl. I mean, did you really need to have a Yukon XL? You know? But anyway, whatever. Each person should have the right to choose how they spend their money. And if you think the best results for you and your family is extra pollution, then that's how you feel. You know, when you make an investment, and it's not really an investment because cars depreciate, but when you buy a vehicle you're going to keep for 5-6 years, you should think about the end result. Okay? So if you throw a bunch of carbon monoxide in the air, was it carbon monoxide? Yes. Or carbon dioxide. Either one. Both. You know, if you have kids, they have to live with those results for a long time. Okay, whatever. That's life, right? I'm not here to preach to you about that part of it. I think each person should have the right to make the choices they need to make. Okay? But unless you're fully aware of the cost of the choices you're making, you can't change. Anyway, there we are. No rope or charge.